All right, Gemini or Gemini cross-watcher. I took a break between Taurus's and yours to eat, and I needed it, but it made me really tired. Like every time I eat, I get so freaking tired. Are you like that? I'm not talking about just for holidays and stuff, you know, when you eat a whole lot. Some people don't. But I'm talking just on a regular basis. And then I started thinking, oh, that's it. If anything here is draining you, okay, I can't do this. What is this? There's always a hair or a fucking lint or something like trying to fly around my eye. It's like I can see it. Give me a second. Well, we're just gonna have to roll with it for now. If I have to stop the video, I'll stop the video. But yeah, draining you. That's what I feel. If anything drains you, I think it's a person. Even if it's not them directly, maybe you're not involved with this person on a daily basis. Some of you are, some of you aren't. This may not even be you, Gemini or cross-watcher. It could be somebody else, you know, that needs this message. But whoever this is, anyone that threatens to take all your energy, all your peace, your time, your focus, and you're not in a tranquil energy after focusing there, that's your answer. And somebody here is experiencing that for sure, like drained for something that maybe at one point was making an individual rather fulfilled, like the food, rather satisfied or comfortable. It reminds me of hedonism in a way. Isn't it hedonism or is it stoicism? Which one is it that oh god, what is it? One is like moving pleasure. It's about pleasure. I think that's hedonism. Don't hold me on that. But I believe there's two values of it, right? I'm gonna roll with it again. I like to roll with it. If it ain't, it ain't. If it is, it is. Cool. It's like a moving pleasure, and then there's static pleasure. The moving pleasure of hedonism, I don't know why I'm picking up on hedonism, would be like when, oh shit, I hope I don't have ink on my face. Fuck it. What are we gonna do? Roll with it. The moving pleasure would be like when you want something, or you're craving something, or whatever it is. I don't care if it's sexual, I don't care if it's hunger, if it's excitement, like going and getting on a roller coaster, if it's food we just ate, if it's I don't know, anything that you really want and you get some sort of pleasure out of it in whatever way, taking the step to do it. And then static pleasure is after you receive this satisfaction, this like almost tranquil vibe from everything that you've experienced from this moving pleasure, active pleasure. You are content and happy and satisfied because you got what you wanted. It's almost like giving yourself your own way, like getting your way. But then after that comes pain and sadness because then you want it again. It's like taking a hit of a drug, you know? That's what I feel here. I feel someone who's been they're on the downcline. They're wanting that moving pleasure again in whatever way. And because they're not getting it, could be due to another person, maybe being checked out or just focusing on their own thing or not interested. I don't know. It doesn't have to be another person. That could be anything. Not having enough resources to get what would give you pleasure, whatever. It can make you really sad. I mean, take it from a bitch who knows. It can make you really fucking depressed, you know? And it feels like some sort of energy here has ran out. Something has run its course. And there's someone who, makes sense, is like maybe missing a connection or missing that active, that moving pleasure. Makes total sense. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're walking this fucking planet, that's all of us. Oh, it's 444. Some of you may be seeing a lot of fours. Maybe April is significant for somebody here. What did I say? Hedonism. 444. This is for Gemini. I got lint all the fuck over my face, or it's cat hair, or I don't know, some shit. Hedonism. Hedonism, moving pleasure and static pleasure. Moving pleasure refers to actively being in the process of satisfying a desire. An example of this could be eating food when you feel hungry. See? And what do we just do? In those moments, we are taking action towards our intended goal of pleasure. The other type of pleasure is static pleasure and refers to the experience we have once our desire is met. This is according to, I'm going to say this wrong, Epicurus? Maybe he is the, I guess, inventor. Can you call it inventor of hedonism? Physical, mental pleasures and pains. So yeah, basically. Oh, I turned it off, the freaking timer. Maybe even something here seems to have, it was going, and then it just stopped. If this is you and you were going with something, someone, whatever, it feels like another person, and you just stopped for whatever fucking reason. Whoever stopped here, if it is another person, whoever stopped, doesn't feel like, oh my god, it's the end of the world, lose it. You know, why? No, it just stopped. It is what it is. It's nothing to fucking be. Everybody has a right to make their own decisions, and shit happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't get answers. Sometimes you do. Sometimes it's nothing serious or personal. Sometimes it is. It just doesn't, whatever. You know, so we have to pick up and move on. And it's not easy. No, I'm not saying, oh, it's easy, but sometimes you just gotta, I mean, life's ticking, you know? But again, it depends on how fucked up something is. I mean, if it's really traumatic, it can devastate you for a really long time, you know? This doesn't feel like trauma. This feels like pleasure. Like, it's not traumatic if you're craving chocolate and you don't get chocolate. It may feel traumatic, especially if you're on the rag or you got like a severe addiction to it, you know what I mean? It may feel traumatic if you are really craving, I don't know, a Coca-Cola, and your car breaks down and it's too late at night and the stores are closed and you could go to the gas station, but the fucking cars broke down, so you can't get that Coca-Cola. Shit out of luck. You know, it's not traumatic. Now, I would say drugs. I would use that example like it's traumatic, but sometimes it can be traumatic. Like if, let's say you're an alcoholic. That can be traumatic because maybe you're not just wanting it, it's for the pleasure, but you may have to have it because you can die from alcohol withdrawals. We're not talking trauma. I don't feel that here, at least. It feels like someone had their heart really set on something or someone. And what do you know? It seems like the tides are changing, like things are shifting. Why? I don't know. I don't think we're here for the why. I think we're more so here for the how are you handling it, right? Or how is another handling it? And someone's not handling it well because they're sad, which is also fine. It's fine. And I don't know why I thought of hedonism. I guess because it's just like that's a part of it, at least according to Epicurus, if I say that right. It's the, you want that hit again. You want that fix again. You want that excitement and that love and that comfort and that inspiration and that warmth and home or whatever the fuck it was. You want that again once you felt it. Once something really appealed to the frontal lobe or something here. It's just a matter of it's not always going to be available, or it may not ever be available again. And having someone kind of, I guess, process through that and move forward. And that's not easy. I don't want to say it is because it's not, but you have to do it. So I think this is a message about don't waste your time, or someone else needs to not waste their time. Maybe some of you have been wanting to connect. I'm just going to say it this way. Some of you may have been wanting to connect with someone on a deeper level, and they do, and then they don't, and then they do, and then they don't. Whether or not they're playing a game, I'm going to say they're not, because I don't feel it. I actually feel like someone here was focused on either another. They were, you know, trying to work through some heartbreak there. Or for a lot of them, they may have actually just wanted their own goals and dreams realized. They wanted to make it happen for themselves before they gave to you, or before they really went all the way in. Or maybe they saw themselves being more in a certain established environment or something, having a certain amount of money or whatever, right? Before they, again, establish something deeper with you, vice versa. But then because it isn't happening, they're just kind of like, what's the point in me even getting closer to Gemini or Crosswatcher, because it's just, I'm wasting their time, and this isn't going to go anywhere. I have a lot that I have to focus on, and honestly I don't have time for it right now, so it is what it is. And then that can make you maybe wonder, what the hell happened? Like, I thought we were really connecting, or, you know, maybe we have a connection here where two people were together and one person just kind of seemed like, okay, we're going to work through things, we're going to work things out, and then all of a sudden seems like they change overnight or something. Like, they're not really there anymore. They're halfway out the door. Their heart is every day more and more leaning towards gone, all the way gone, where you are. However it goes, you see the point here, and it's like, well, there's always something else that can give you pleasure, that can give you happiness. But then you'll have people who will say, and I used to be this way, so no judgment, I used to fucking straight up be this way, oh, it'll, you know, you're my only happiness, or you're my one, or you're the twin flame of my soul. If you believe in it, that's fine, but I don't anymore. I used to. You're the only one who can see, you know, that's the path I choose, and this is the one I chose before I came here. I used to believe that also, no offense if you do, but that's not me anymore. I'm just using an example. But sometimes shit just changes, you know? So, what could we title this? I don't know. But I definitely sense somebody who's kind of like wanting that, they're wanting something still, or someone still. And what they want is not available at this time, and it may not be available ever. It just depends. And there's almost like almost a feeling of no closure, but more so a feeling of disappointment. I'm disappointed, and this sucks, and I'm not happy. And you can choose to focus there, right? If this is someone else, they can choose to focus on that and stay there, or they can give it up and move the fuck forward, you know? And it's just like, that's not always easy to do, but someone's going to have to do it, because, well, we're kind of getting into what can be considered negative thinking. Like, who doesn't fucking think negative? But this seems to be getting to the point where it's like, maybe even, is something wrong with me? Is, you know, I definitely relate to this message, even with fucking food, or like anything. If I'm craving green tea, I mean, I don't care what it is, guys, because I'm so headstrong. If it's, I'm not even talking about a person, if it's like something that I want, like my dreams, it's a couple of my dreams that I have for myself, like just visions, until I achieve those things and actually see them in the flesh, I could punch a wall, especially for how hard I have applied myself for them. And it's like this, I mean, it can almost be like, well, maybe I should just, maybe I'm not cut out for this particular thing, or maybe this isn't where I'm supposed to go, or something, you know what I mean? It can make you feel some type of fucking way, I'll tell you that. And oh, I forgot that one off. So yeah, I definitely feel that here. It can be disheartening, and that's okay to be in that energy for a minute, but then you just gotta pick up and keep going, you know? Some of you, or whoever I'm picking up on, this is a path, like a career path. It's not necessarily another person. For some, yes. Others, it's like, I saw myself as an artist, or I saw myself as rich. Shit. I saw myself as in love and having the perfect person, or my perfect person forever. That, you know what I mean? Like, I see myself in this type of home by myself, or with the one I love. I see myself being in this position, making this many figures a year, having this kind of credit score. I see myself traveling the world, and it's like they've never left, or they can't hardly ever, or they don't have enough money to do. I see myself la 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 la, like it's dreams, right? You got to give it to somebody for at least fucking dreaming here, and at least having visions and an idea of where they want to go. I mean, whether or not they're ever actualized or brought into the physical isn't really as important as the fact that you even dared to dream in the first place is so beautiful. But it is hard to see that. It's hard to see that when your heart was so set on something, and especially if you really worked hard for it, or you put your all into it, or you were completely invested in whatever, whomever, it can be really hard. So I get that, but you just kind of gotta keep on keeping on, you know. Family, having one's own family, creating one's own family, having the love of their life, I sense that too. There's a lot here, but yeah, it can wear you out. It can drain your energy if you focus on something so much that you may or may not have the control or the power to have, especially if it deals with another person or they don't you. You have the right to make your own decisions and choices, and you very much will, and that can be upsetting to some who they see it a certain way. Meanwhile, you have also your own things going on, your own things that you want for yourself, and maybe they just don't align. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting. It had everything to do with me eating. I mean, it's crazy how I was hungry, and I did the active or the moving pleasure, and I ate, and then I was in static pleasure. I was like, but it felt good and I was satisfied. And a couple hours, I'm probably gonna be hungry again, and I'm not gonna be able to eat the same thing. It'll be closed. It's kind of like that, you know? Like, is this somebody wanting to know here maybe if an opportunity is closed for them, or should they just walk away and give up on it? I think the answer would be, if it's taking your peace, if it's taking all of your focus, energy, and attention, it may be something to at least just turn your focus away from for the time being. I don't know about giving up on it. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever it is that would cause you less stress. For a lot of you, this isn't you. This is somebody else. So I don't know if somebody was just, they're going through a lot. You got a lot going on. And it could be that somebody's kind of hard on themselves because they see themselves having something particular for their life, maybe even their own family, whatever, but because this has not almost, I guess, developed for them yet, it's really disheartening, and they can't even focus on anything else at this time, vice versa. Do you relate? I relate. I definitely fucking relate. This is almost really close to home for me. And I mean, now you could have somebody here who just outright maybe ghosted. That's not for everybody, but for some, there could be somebody who ghosted. Maybe you ghosted someone or someone else ghosted, but the advice here on that, I guess, would be, please find pleasure in something else, someone else. And it may not be easy, but there are other things in life and other people that you can have and experience that kind of joy and, energy from. It is change, and that can be really uncomfortable. I know, I do it all the time, even if I don't want to. Even when I didn't want to, I'm kind of used to it now. I'm getting used to it. I am a 5. So there's that. And I know because I was born on the 14th, which is a 5. So change is inevitable for me. It happens all the time. I never get too comfortable anywhere because I can't. I came to bring change. I am change in people's life, and change happens with me, for me, because of me. I mean, change. I'm like walking fucking change. So usually when I come into people's lives, or they stumble across me or something, I'm thinking in the back of my head, wow, this person has no clue how their life is about to change. And I don't mean that in some miraculous way, like I'm an incredible human being. What I mean is something's gonna fucking change. It's happened every time. I was adopted into my family. Boom, their fucking life changed. And forever. Still changing because of me. In fact, half the family didn't even accept my bitch ass because I'm adopted. That change keeps coming because I'm still there and I represent change. I can't help it. So, constant change, constant transformation. I mean, there's so many. This is basically a message that is encouraging someone to find more that makes them feel pleasure. You hear pleasure, you think sex. It's not what I'm talking about. Find more or something else that will deliver this pleasure. Because what one had their eyes set on and their heart set out for is on ice right now or indefinitely. Like, it ain't gonna thaw out ever. I don't know. But it's just definitely not available right now, and it's causing someone to kind of, I don't know, just feel some type of way, like feel a little sad. But it's unnecessary for too long because there's so much that this life has to offer and so many things to see. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.